Hello, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. This is going to be a super fast live stream. Having major internet problems. I have to take the equipment in and swap it out. So hopefully the live stream will stay up. It's been horrible internet day today. Not much else after the besides the EIA numbers after the open today, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's see who's here. Hey, options 22. Hello, Patrick. There we go. Oh boy. We can look at Nvidia quickly. Hey, Paul. Looks like the Nasdaq's still going. Hey, Anissa. Hello, Sashi. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow, remember, it's jobless claims Thursday, continuing initial jobless claims at 7:30. Then we have the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index, which was horrible last time. Remember, New York was horrible starting this week. Have to see if the Philly bounces back a bit. And then we have Jefferson speaking, Barr's testimony, Logan's speech. And then we have Consumer Board. I would not ignore this. Consumer Board leading index, which is still forecast might come in a little better than previous, but anything negative is still rolling over. It was just buy everything today. Complete risk on. Just buy it. Buy it except for healthcare. And because healthcare is more of a safety play. But buy everything, including after 8 Home Depot's horrible earnings and guidance. Just buy that too. Just buy everything. Doesn't matter. Just buy it. That's all you need to know with this market. Financial, consumer, cyclical, and technology leading the charge higher. Fed watch is 76% for the pause. And with all this, with everything hunky-dory, there's not going to be a debt ceiling crisis. It's now paused. We've priced in 3 pauses and then all the cuts. Fear and greed back solidly to greed mode. PE ratio back above 24. For the standardized PE. Nosebleed territory. Cisco was up the last time I checked, unless it's reversed since then. Tomorrow morning, we got Alibaba and Walmart. Walmart, another important one. So, anybody dive into Target with some of their numbers? Their future numbers, they're dialing them back, and boy, their shoplifting stuff and store theft is through the roof. All right, so big breakout. We had that double this morning, and then we had momentum bars. This was pretty easy to spot, the momentum bars. Pretty easy to spot. There's the debt ceiling, Biden stuff, blah, 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 basing, and then just taking off with momentum. I hope everybody has learned to spot momentum bars at this point. Coming back to this 4165 area as support, so that's the support I'm looking going into overnight. The next level's up. Next level's up. We have 4188, then 4201, then 4206, 4224, 4242. So now you don't have to tune in for a long time. And even with this big up bar, it was better volume than some of these range bound days, but still the up volume is way lower than the key sell-off volume. But it was party on. Party on, Garth. So NASDAQ, we had the next key harmonic area. If you see, if I move this out of the way, we had 13,667.75. We came right up to that area. So above there, 13,734. 13,734 and then 13,745. Through there, this starts getting interesting. Through there, then we are going to do the whole backwards reverse harmonics. 14,147 and 14,554. If we actually got and closed around this 14,554, we could be in new just launch mode. It's going to get interesting. There is no fear in this market whatsoever. The Dow, we still have the double in play, although this didn't come anywhere near the stop level. I mean, the stop level's still up at 33,982. But pretty big reversal, up 126 basis points. The Russell, again, everything was just buy everything. Buy everything. 1783.5 was the key resistance. Above there, if we continue on there, this is in the range of the 50, but if we continue on there, the next major level is 1814. VIX still rotating back down, 1686 closing. The DAX still caught in the range. Still caught in the range. Wonder what Bruce Hornsby would say about that. Notes rolling down nicely. Next target is the 114.10 and then going to see if we hit this 114.02. Keep an eye on the 10-year yield. Return to the 200. The highest close from the little big range correction is 360 roughly. So watch to see if we do close above that. But we are headed into pretty key resistance. Dollar index just spiking up through the minor harmonic, but still this is the highest close since roughly 27th of March. So dollar still marching on. Crude coming up, hitting the other side of the rotation zone, smack dab. Going to be interesting to see if we can get a close above this 74 area. A close above that 74. 75 is your minor level. And then let's just see if we have any. Yep, look at that. 75 and then 76.32. What else do we have? Gold. Actually, this is the lowest close since back in the end of March. Still holding the 50, though. Also, there could be a potential, if gold snaps back tomorrow and takes out today's high and then closes above it, it's a %B buy. So I'm going to be watching for a break of that high. And I've gone over how to trade that intraday. Silver. Now, when you come down this close on the double and you get this kind of bar, I would just lower to stop. I would not wait for an extra couple cents. So this, just from a learning perspective for everyone, I would lower the stop to at least 24.41 as the farthest away on a closed basis. So I would not, and this could easily bounce, which would not invalidate the pattern at all. And then I'm expecting another rollover still. Copper bouncing, but did not trigger or confirm the double bottom. Yen finished the double bottom play. So that's where we sit with that. And then let's see. I still have on these harmonics from before. I want to see where this one, and nothing, no great. I'm looking to see if there's any clusters. I'm just going to use the minor reverse ones, 138.30 and then 138.85 area, then 139.52. If it does break out, this is now a triple top. Some people would say it's an ascending triangle. So let's see if that breaks out. Euro, not much. Looking for a possible slight bounce back with a %B buy in the rotation zone. Pound, nothing going on there. Bitcoin, surprised Bitcoin didn't get more action, but a lot of the crap coins did today. 27,300. Next key level is 27.7. Tesla with the big up 441 basis points, retackling the 50. Retackling the 50. And technically this was a break of the high, was a %B buy with a follow-through close. So if it does continue higher, next major zone, 177.37, 179.74. I know we got NVIDIA. NVIDIA through the minor target, 299.63, and closing above 300. The next major target area is 316.68. Remember, we closed above the 62.5. I was watching this 75 where we paused out at Why? Because it was also this major swing high from back at the end of March. And now the next thing is the 87.5 at 316.68. So there you go. Above, let's just see where our throwback harmonics take us. Yeah, that gives us a cluster area, but I target that 317. And then look at that. That 334.80 is right by all the key candle closes up here. So those are your next two targets higher. On any pullback at this point, your first level of key support is roughly coming in about 290. And then below that, you have a next major band of support at 279 to 280. And then you're looking at 268, 267.50. So there's all your structures to the up and down side. And you do have cascading divergences on the weekly. But still, again, all this, you got to still trade with the trend until the trend potentially ends. That's why know where your trailing levels are. I mean, this is literally insane. But we can have insane markets. It's probably going to tackle. I'm wondering if it's going to take out the highs from November 21 at this rate. Okay. Hey, Michael. What if they debt ceiling? Well, the market won't take that well. But I don't, you know what? They're going to have to refill the Treasury General account, which they're going to have to issue a ton of treasuries. And that's going to drain liquidity from the markets. So either way, people are just in buy mode. So until it reverses, the trend is your friend. The AMD, yes. This is, no, this big one is not off the table. The big one is not off the table. Nope. No, no, no. It's still present. It could, I mean, we could be off the table by the end of the week, but it's still present. And remember, just because you have a potential pattern doesn't mean it ever has to trigger or even confirm. It's just something to watch out for. And why do I like to do that? Some people ask, well, if it's never going to configure, why don't you wait till it gets closer? Because for a longer term perspective, I now have a great, it depends. I have a great stop level. For a longer term perspective, from a shorter term perspective, you can set up with smaller doubles and use those as trailing stop levels. If they trigger, I'm out. So I identify them way ahead of time so I can set up my trading plans. What caused the run today? The fact that, hey, you know, even though they're not making any progress on the debt ceiling, Biden says we're not going to default. So there you go. But people are in buy mode anyways. Intel double bottom on the daily. Yes, this is a little good. You can see it even on the, I mean, it's even on the 4 hour. You don't even have to wait for the daily. There you go. See? You're learning. Good job. Good spot. Right against the 4 hour 200. And right against your prior support from the end of April. So there you go. Again, doesn't have to trigger or confirm, but you have a potential buy setup. Yeah, it was down, but its down move set up a potential, made a potential double. Now, if it starts breaking below, you know, you have this little key low here from end of March, the little key low from the end of April, and from today it starts breaking down from there. I would watch for a quick trip to the 28 level. If you close below 28, then we could start the bigger pullback, because this did buck the trend, especially with semis. You see here in the heat map, look at semis today. All right, so there we go. All right, let's just peek at Cisco. Then I have to wrap this up to make sure we have internet for tomorrow. At least my primary internet. I do have a backup one, but my wife's on that one right now for her work. So that's why I got to make sure I get the primary one also working. 48 is the next target on... Oh, Cisco, I guess. Wow, they were up before. Woo! So they had a beat. They must have guided lower, because they're now below the key support level. Wow. That's going to be interesting. If this can't bounce back tomorrow above about 40, 45, 90 and rolls over, ooh, I'll be watching for a quick trip to 44. All right. With that, sorry to cut this one shorter, but got to deal with some stuff and swap out some equipment. So hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Still wanted to get the live stream in instead of canceling it. You got some key levels to watch for, and we'll look to fine tune anything tomorrow morning. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Bye for now.